Hi guys, how are you doing? But yeah, whatever. It's just me coming here to like share you guys how living in a shared accommodation has been for me so far. Because next month, I'm filming this video in August, so next month basically makes it 1 year since I've been in the UK and since I've been in a shared accommodation basically. So I feel I have the right to state the advantages and disadvantages of staying in a shared accommodation. Okay, so let's get right into the video and the things that you need to know, the things you should prepare yourself for, prepare your mind for, and all of this other stuff. Okay, so in 1 2 3 action. Basically, this accommodation is a very big accommodation. This accommodation is a very big accommodation, but basically I share this floor. Is by floor. Okay, everybody has their floor kind of thing. You know when you have this big building and everything is floor by floor and flat by flat. So basically, I am in a flat with 5 other flatmates, and yeah, I share with 5 other flatmates. And what I share with my flatmates are the communal area, which is like the sitting room, the living room, whatever, and the kitchen. I've done my apartment house tour. You could go check out the video. I'll just put the link here, whichever way. But yeah, I share with 5 other girls. And when I was booking this apartment, I feel so you're gonna fill a questionnaire or something. They'll ask you your preferences, like people, the kind of person you are, like if you're a quiet person, if you like to live with a quiet person, if you like parties, if you like to live with a party person. They'll ask you all those questions before you like book the accommodation and everything. So when I was doing mine, obviously I had a question. I said I don't want too much noise, I want it quiet, I want blah blah blah. I should put my preference out there. And fortunately for me, coming into the accommodation, I met 5 other girls, which has been bliss so far, and they are so neat. So basically, let me go down to the advantages. Coming into this apartment, I didn't have any utensils, I didn't have pots, plates, whatever, all of those stuff that I think utensils have. I didn't have any of that. And my flatmate was like, I could use her stuff, anything that I wanted or I feel like using, I should feel free to use it. Imagine last year September that I got it, up until now I did not have a single pot to my name, because basically she asked me to use, I could use her stuff, and because 5 people have 5 pots, so like everywhere is going to be crowded, you get. So it's like an advantage, like since one person has pot and you can share with the person, like, and the person is even offering you, I don't see any reason like having to buy it, because it's just going to make everywhere clustered, and you get what I mean. So I didn't feel like I need to buy any of that. I even met plate rack, I met plates, I met spoon, I met everything. Yes, so I've literally not bought any utensils for myself. But when I move out of here, I have no other choice than to buy certain things, because I don't even know where I'm moving to. Then just start with that. But yeah, it depends on who you're moving with. Some people don't like to share their stuff, so I can't speak for everybody. So basically, that has been one of the advantages. And another advantage is they are really, really clean. Like, they are really neat. Some people live like what they live like. I'm not going to abuse anybody on this channel, but they've been really, really nice. Like when they use their stuff, they wash it. Like in my video when I did our store, you can see like by the sink it says anyone, like if you use whatever, just clean it up, because nobody wants to see your rubbish. So yeah, everybody like washes after them, cleans the gas, takes the bin out. We literally have a roster for bins, so like when it's your turn, you take the bin out. So, like it's just been bliss, no stress, no shouting, hey, who put this thing here, come and remove it, hey, who did not throw this bin away today, come and throw it away. It's been so good. So like that's been my advantage living in a shared accommodation. And then you have people to relate with. Like coming into the UK, obviously you need people to relate with. It won't be nice of you just coming and just sitting on your own. You get, not like I relate to them on a daily basis, like we just bump into each other in the kitchen, all those stuff now, and then the conversation starts and all of those good things. Okay, so that's been my advantage. If I remember any other thing, I'm going to put it in here. So my disadvantage so far living here has been that sometimes I want to like sit in the communal area, like the living room, watch TV or something, just be in the sitting room, like tired of my room, I just want that fresh air. But then you get there and you see your other flatmates there with their friends having party, and then you just come inside back into your room and sit down. So like that's like one of my major disadvantage of staying in a shared accommodation. You know, like when you are alone, you can always go to the parlor whenever you want. You get what I mean, right? And also cooking, like when you're cooking, someone else might want to be cooking. There is space, but then it still looks really choking. Like, can I just give me my space? I want to cook in peace. I don't want to be spending another person's food. You get what I mean? So yeah, cooking, having the communal space to yourself. What else? People bringing their friends over. It's not a crime, but like it's not even a bad thing because it's not like they do it every day. So that's not a disadvantage for me. Another one is sharing the freezer. Literally, we have 2 freezers, a fridge. I showed it in my accommodation tour, my apartment tour. So I showed my section as well. So I don't even feel like sometimes I literally buy stuff into the fridge or freezer, and I literally forget that I put something there because it's not organized. Like if anywhere I find space, I put something. You get. So if it's not in my space, if I find it in another person's space, I put my stuff there, and I literally forget that I bought something. So that's a disadvantage because if you have your fridge to yourself, you can like know what you have left, know what you don't have left, and all of this stuff. People have fridge in their rooms, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, what am I eating that I need a fridge in my room? So I didn't bother like putting a fridge in my room or whatever. So yeah, that's another disadvantage. What else? Filming YouTube, like I want to film in the parlor now, I want to take pictures, I want to just do something fun. Somebody will just bump in, somebody will just come. You can't say sorry, go back, I'm filming. So you get all those freedom of being like yourself and doing stuff without distractions. Like that's my disadvantage for me, Sha. And to be fair, I must say my it's going 1 year next month, as I said, and my experience has been blessed so far. I do not have any regrets coming to a shared accommodation, even though I used to have like second thoughts, like when I was booking and all, I was like, what is people going to be and everything. So I'm going to advise you guys, whatever it is, just have an open mind. Like you don't have to be scared of anything. Basically, have an open mind and just pray and hope you meet good and nice people that are just going to make your stay in wherever you find yourself worth it. I don't have so much to complain about. Yeah, basically that's my advantage and disadvantage. What else? I play music and nobody complains that it's too loud or it's too low. I play at my own level, at my own whatever. I won't have to ask my, like, because this UK walls are quite thin, so literally people can hear you sometimes, like when you're doing stuff and playing loud music. I won't have to ask my next door roommate, like, hope I am not disturbing, like hope I don't disturb my music, and she's like, no, it's fine. And basically, let me tell you the origin of my flatmates. So basically, I am the only black on my floor. There are 2 Indian girls, one from Italy, one from China, and one from England, British, but she's like a Chinese origin. So yeah, let me tell you guys my short story. So basically, yeah, because obviously some people like come to the UK knowing someone, like they stay with the person before they find their balance and everything. Coming to the UK, as I said earlier, I didn't know anybody, but fortunately for me, the year which was last year, that I was to move to the UK, God did it as He has always been doing it. We got to reconnect with we got to connect with somebody that we didn't even know from anywhere, basically. And fortunately, the person happens to be staying in the UK. Literally, the person is our neighbor, and just put it that way. God just did it, sha. Okay, so we shall click sha. So me coming to the UK, those were the people I stayed with, like who I quarantined with. Those were the people I quarantined with. Bear in mind, I didn't know these people from anywhere. So just last year I met them, and then it was all chilled and cool because it was like a family something. So it was all cool for me. Like I had a very cool landing coming to the UK. So to the issue of accommodation, before coming into the UK, I hadn't sorted my accommodation yet because we were looking for something really affordable, like really affordable, because my parents don't paying, and you know, they still have to be within budget, get that kind of thing. So basically, we're looking for, our budget was between like, let's say £80 to £100 per week, because here in the UK you pay per week and per month. In total, you pay per month. So we're looking for something within that reasonable budget, but we weren't seeing. Basically, what we're seeing online was that you will have your room, but then you'll be sharing like your bathroom and all of that, and that is not me. Like, I don't want to be sharing bathroom with strangers, like people I do not know. What do I know that I carried down? Not be sharing bathroom. So it was really a struggle for me that period, like looking for accommodation within my parents' budget, because what I wanted, they were saying they could not afford it. You get so. Basically, we were looking, we didn't see where it wasn't coming forth, and me, I was like, I'm not going to stay in a shelter. So they didn't want it, but you get, they still had to work within budget. Yeah. So basically, I left for Nigeria to the UK. Still, accommodation wasn't sorted. My mom was like, okay, when you get to the UK, you sort your accommodation, like you'll be able to go for viewing and everything. Like it was that simple and easy. To cut a long story short, during my quarantine period in the family friend's place, I stayed. I stayed there for 2 weeks basically. So during that period, obviously coming to the UK, you'll be seeing videos of where to get accommodation, sites to check and everything. So literally, we've been checking like student accommodation, basically Amber students. So we were looking on Amber students like sites for accommodation in Leeds and all of those stuff. We've seen this accommodation before, but it was above budget for my parents. They were like, no, it has to be lesser. So time was drawing closer to like me ending my quarantine, and I still hadn't started accommodation yet because my parents were still saying the money is too expensive. I was like, what is going to happen now? I have to move, like I have to leave this place. Like even if they didn't want me to leave, I wanted to leave. Like I needed my own space and I needed to like get that out of my head. We're going back and forth. So at the end of the day, I think like some days to me leaving where I quarantined to Leeds, because obviously school was going to be starting soon. I needed to come to Leeds. Days to that time, she had already seen this place that I liked, this accommodation that I liked, and I've been persuading my parents that let's go for this thing, because this is an ensuite apartment, even though it's still shared. Like you have your room and your bathroom, your toilet to yourself. That's what they call ensuite here. So I was seeing this accommodation, my eyes was on it. I was like, let's book. They were like, no money. Days to me coming here, we still not started accommodation. Coming to this Leeds, we still not started accommodation. At some point I started crying. I was like, I am tired, I am frustrated. Just pay this money, let me move into this house. Just pay this money. And then my father too was frustrated too. So both of us were not frustrated. My father was not shouting on my head. That's going to pay the money. Either which way, we started the accommodation last because we started the accommodation, like we picked the accommodation that I wanted to stay in. You get, the pressure was much, let me just put it that way, because at that time payment of school fees has not been completed and accommodation was there. So and my daddy not help matters, and my daddy really scared me. He was like, you're the one that's going to complete your school fees tuition, you're the one that's going to complete your accommodation rent. I'm like, is it from the 20 hours per week? Where am I going to get this money? Like where? So I was so pressured, like September period to like, let me say January. I was under a lot of pressure. Like I needed to pay house rent and pay my school fees, not knowing my father was still going to pay my school fees. But either which way, I had that mentality in mind that I was going to like have to work hard to like pay for it. But that's not even what I'm even talking about. The content is disadvantages and advantages of shared accommodation. Either ways, so basically I got the accommodation. Let me just tell you guys the rent. So basically the rent was £120 per week, then per month it's like 4 weeks in a month, that's like 480. So let's say £480 per month. That's how much I pay for this ensuite shared accommodation. So basically I was allowed to pay in 4 installments because I provided a UK guarantor, because you have to have a UK guarantor before you can like pay in installments. Or if you don't have a UK guarantor, you have to pay all your money at once. Where was I going to see like, was not £5,000 or something? Where was I going to see that and pay it at once? You get, so I could only pay installmentally. So I think I was paying every 3 months. So basically my parents sorted out the first 2 parts of the installments, and I had to work to sort out the second part of the installment. Literally I had to pay £3,500 for my accommodation by myself, and my parents sorted my school fees and everything. So that was that about the accommodation. Accommodation was ease because I'm leaving here very soon, and it's really going to be so sad because I'm going to miss this place, to be very honest with you guys. But yeah, that's not the point. So basically, what's contained in the 420 per month is basically you have your Wi-Fi, you have electricity, you have gas, you have water. It's literally all bills included. Like, you do not have to subscribe to Wi-Fi. Like, Wi-Fi is in the bills, everything is in the bills, everything is in the bill, all bills included, for 420 pounds per month basically. So that's that about my accommodation. I got it on Amber student sites on Google. You can check and find whatever. This video is not sponsored, but that was where I got my accommodation from basically. So yeah, I had to pay deposit also to secure the apartment. So I had to pay deposit of 250, and this deposit is going to come back to you when you're about to move out. Like, now I'm moving out next month. After I have moved out and they've assessed the accommodation and I didn't spoil anything or all of those stuff, they refund my 250 pounds to me. And yeah, basically, so that was that, how much I paid on that. And yeah, I've not done a room tour yet. I'm going to do my room tour before I leave this accommodation. I've just been stalling on it and I do not know why. But yeah, that's that about that, the payment and all of that. Okay, I actually wanted to renew my rent here because I was having trouble like finding another accommodation that I like, that is in the city, because I like city life. They were like, no, that it has been booked out. Like, somebody else already booked it, because I literally called them late. But yeah, I'm sad, but we moved. I'm going to mention something again. This accommodation, the disadvantage of this accommodation is that we do not have a reception. Like, if you order something online and you want to get it, like, obviously they'll send your address and everything, there is nobody to collect the package, because coming into this accommodation there is a code. So if you do not know the code, you can't gain access into the accommodation. So literally, we order stuff and then it doesn't get to us, or sometimes it gets to us and then it's stolen, all those issues. So that's one of the disadvantages I have with this accommodation. And the fact also that you have to pay for washing machine is not even included in the bill, and that is so annoying. Like, why do we have to pay for washing machine after paying that huge sum of money per month? So yeah, those are the two things that off me with the accommodation, because I had to be going to my friend's accommodation. I had to be using her address when I want to receive a package or whatever, and all of those stuff. So later I now found out that if I order from Amazon, there's like an Amazon locker where I can like tell them to send my stuff. So I figured it out that I could use other delivery addresses. So yeah, I started that one out. But that's one turn off for me for this accommodation. They call it a luxury student accommodation, but there is nothing luxury about this thing. Let me just put it out there. Because why don't you have a reception? Why don't you have a nice, beautiful reception and a free washing machine? Though it's not I've noticed actually, not washing machine is not like free in most student accommodation. You have to pay for it. But yeah, whatever, that's that about that. You pay for your washing, it's not included in the bills. And yeah, I hope you find a good accommodation that you love and you are comfortable in and you are happy with. And yeah, that's that about this video. Thank you guys for watching. As I said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Cheers.